What are your dating regrets? The holy trinity of bad dating. 1. Not listening when they told me they weren't interested. 2. Not listening when they told me they were crazy. 3. Not listening to myself when I realized I didn't want to be with someone anymore. This is the first time I've ever spelled it out for myself like this, and I think I'm seeing a pattern. I regret not ending relationships I was unhappy in sooner, like years sooner. I should have stopped pursuing someone when their answer was clear that they don't like me. Edit. I never expected that this much peeps agreed on this. I am still on a journey to find my soul with little to no knowledge on how to do it. Whatever y'all going through in love RN. What I can say is that don't let sadness be the reason why you failed to live up the standards and expectations of the person you love, want to pursue. What only works in movies? Doing whatever you want in a courtroom as long as you are going somewhere with it. Silencer being silent. Enhance footage. Shooting a gas tank so it explodes. Or removing a bullet from yourself and then you're fine. And after the bullet is extracted, it has to be dropped into a metal cup so it makes that clang sound. Staying really big and shredded all year long without training and proper nutrition. Turning on the TV and hearing the relevant news story at that very moment. Conveniently knocking someone unconscious so they're not bothering you for several minutes while you do secret stuff. Without killing them or serious brain damage. Actually lampshaded in Archer. Running away from an explosion and letting the blast push you to safety. What's a dead giveaway that someone is smarter than they let on? They are comfortable and confident enough to admit when they don't know something but will look it up. They don't argue when it is obvious that someone they are talking to cannot be convinced of alternative thinking or different viewpoint to their own. They are open about all the things they don't know and understand. They don't pretend to know everything. They let you do most of the talking but they are actually listening and learning from what you say. They gather information before making a judgment. Along these lines, they listen more than they talk. It's not so much that they ask questions but the type of question. They use a lot of comparisons and analogies when expressing ideas or explaining things. As for the quiet thing, I know plenty of stupid quiet people. What is the best smell you know? Smell of bread while I'm toasting it. That's called petrichor. Campfire always takes me back to my time as a Boy Scout. The smell of wet rocks. The concrete after it rains, a stream, etc. It's addictive to me. It's a cool autumn day in mid-October, a few days after a rainstorm has passed and brought with it the cooler weather. The leaves have turned and are falling. The air is just slightly crisp. It smells a bit musty but not unpleasant. There's just a hint of a breeze pulling the earthy smells through the woody area down by the stream. It smells like autumn, is the only way I know to describe it. What do you think is the greatest threat facing America today? Echo chambers. The us versus them mentality pushed by the elites in office to perpetuate a culture war, just to keep said elites in office. The erosion of trust in our political and economic institutions, not saying some of it isn't warranted. Just got off a big thread about how the FDA has been regulatory captured. Is fucked. Opinion-based news. One thing I hate about the US media, news is never news, it always has some attachment to it. Ignorance and the glorification of it. I've never gotten over the time I had a college roommate unironically yelling I'm ignorant and proud. Anti-intellectualism. Stupid people, incompetent leaders, poverty. Everyone's opinion becomes fact. Education, the lack of it.